Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This video is the continuity of Python series. Well, till now we have done with basics, variables, data types such as numeric data types, then strings, list and their built-in methods. Well, we are supposed to do tuples as well as sets in the last video, but it was quite a lengthy video. So let's complete tuples as well as sets in this video. So in last video we have seen that list consists of heterogeneous types. There are different types in lists such as integers, floats, there are strings. So what are basically tuples? Tuples are almost similar to list, but the major difference is they are immutable, means we can't change the value of tuples. So we can't change the values. In Python, tuples are written with round brackets. We know that lists are written with square brackets. So let's start with tuples. Now here I'm assigning some values to a variable t. I'm creating a tuple here using round brackets. If I have used square brackets, then definitely it will be a list. So let's check the type of t. It's a tuple. Now we can also fetch some values. We know about indexing as well as slicing. I have already introduced indexing slicing in my last video. So here to fetch the value at 0 index, means if I want to get apple, I can use this. So I'm getting the first value. One more thing, tuple can also, there can be a mixed type as well in tuples. For an instance, if we want to create a mixed type like integers, then there must be some float, or there must be some any variable, anything, right? So Python anything, fine, it will be again tuple. Now if I want to fetch the value at 0 index, that is 3, I can do that, right? Now what if I want the value, I want the values from second index to the fifth index, I can do that also. And one more thing, it also operates in the reverse order as well. So negative indexing or negative slicing, it also operates well. So what if we want to create a tuple with one value only, means only one single value? So let's suppose if I want to create a tuple using a single value apple, then I have to use this comma. Then you can check this type. It's a class tuple. The type is tuple. So if I'm creating this, let's suppose I'm creating this without comma, then it will not be a tuple. Then this will be a string. Then it will be a string data type. Now let's say if I want to change the value at 0 index, let's say I want to change the value at 0 index to 5. So it will give an error, as I have already told you that in tuples are actually immutable. We can't change the value. It has given us a type error that tuple object doesn't support item assignment. So there are certain basic tuple methods we have done with list or string built-in methods, but in tuple we mainly use two methods. The one is count and another one is index. We know that count, it returns the number of times a specific value has occurred in a tuple, and index will search the tuple for specific value and it will return the index value, means the position wherever it has find that value. Now if I want to check what is the index value of 3, we know that it is at 0 position, it is a 0 index, so it will give the index value of 3. Now what if I want to count how many times 1 has occurred? I think I have not entered 1 here, so I will enter here pt or python or 6.8 or anything else, means whatever I have entered. So 6.8, so it will tell us how many times it have appeared here. So append is basically, we know that it is a method to add the value, but here the values are immutable. We can't change, so it will give us an error. We can't change the value. So there arises a question that why do we need tuples when we have a list? Then what is the need? What is the requirement of tuples? Well, there are cases in programming where we want immutability, where we want the values shouldn't be changed, then tuple will be our only solution. So it provides a convenient source of data integrity. For an instance, if we want the dates on a calendar or days of a week, we know that there are 7 days in a week. We don't want to change that. So there are certain situations where we need tuples. Now let's start with sets. Sets are actually unordered collection of unique values. Here they don't repeat any values and they are unordered because they are not sorted one, not even in ascending or descending order, or not even in order you have entered them. So they are just unordered. You can represent them with curly brackets. You can also enter with using this function set, or you can enter using this curly brackets. So now if I am entering this, if I want to get the output, as you can see I have entered here duplicate values. I have entered 5 twice a times, then 6 also. Then we can see in the output it is giving us just unique values, no duplicate values are there in the output. Now let's see whether we can do indexing into sets or not. So if I want to fetch the first value, so it's giving me error. As I have already told you, these are unordered, there is no order, so indexing is not supported in sets. But yes, there are some built-in methods in set, such as add. If you want to add an element, let's see with an example. So if I have added, oh sorry, my bad, adding this, so 3 has been added in this set. So if I want to add any different element, which is not already there, I can do this also. But if I want to add the same element again, because one is already present in this set, so if I am adding this again, it will not do that, because it will always gives you unique values. Okay, so here you can see that there is an update function. If I want to update the values, there is a union, each and everything is mentioned here, why these functions are used, what is the definition of this function. Fine. So if I want to update the values, I can use update function. Fine. Then there is a union that will give you the union of both this set 1 and set 2. Fine, combination of both set 1 and set. Done with list. We know that lists are mutable, we can change the values, they are presented with square brackets, and indexing and slicing is supported in list. Then we are done with tuples. We know that tuples are immutable, we can't change the values, and they are represented with round brackets. But yes, indexing is supported in tuples. And one more thing, iteration is quite faster than list in case of tuples, because we don't have to change the values. Then we are done with sets as well. Sets indexing is not supported, but they are even faster than tuples, but they don't support even duplicate values, and they have a random sequence, they don't follow any sequence. So guys, here is an assignment for you. You guys just try to solve this assignment. If you got stuck anywhere, face any problem, you can write down in the comment section. I will try to solve it. And you will get this notebook, this code in the description below. Okay, stay tuned. Bye bye. Thank you.